Hello to all my people of our area. In this time, in this month of March, we have an important interview with Mr. Julian Smith from Vietnam. How are you, Mr. Julian?
I'm very fine, thank you. And you?
Very, very fine. Here from Honduras and you in Vietnam. Very, very
Yes.
far away.
Yes.
So
You
in
are
this,
yes. You are yesterday, and I am tomorrow.
yeah, you're waking up and I am about to sleep. I know. Yeah. So in this time, we'll talk about an important project that you can tell more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So I understand that you want to speak about one project we have done recently in Thailand, which called Swan Kashamudi. Is right?
Yeah, Swan Kachamudi. Yeah, it's a
Yes.
Vietnam name, right? It has
Yeah. Yeah.
been
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
difficult for me.
It's a it's a wishing name that the client give to the project.
Yeah. So how exciting is this project? And many people have been waiting. So we can see the image and the presentation.
Okay, I will show some pictures. Maybe I will share the screen.
Yeah.
And from a screen sharing, I will explain a little bit about the project, okay?
Yeah.
So I will share. Now, wait a minute. I'm lost. So I guess you are seeing my screen, right?
Yeah.
Uh, so first, what I would like is to show the pictures to everybody, like that we can understand what we are talking about. So this is the project. I make a quick slideshow of how it looks like. And after I will explain you a little bit where it's come from, and we will have a quick look at the layout. Is it okay?
It's okay.
Right. So I make you a quick descriptions. Voilà. So first we have an overview of the project. Voilà. So as you know, you are architect, I think you will understand what I mean. Each project is completely different, and each project is determined by the site and the brief and the wish of the client, and based on that, we try to compose a project. Meaning that it's from the office we don't have a special style or design input in the project, and we try to adapt our design to the specification of the site. And this project come from this sketch. Can you see both sketch
Yeah,
and
I can see
master
the book,
planning?
sketch and the project
Yes.
as well.
So you see the master plan pictures and the sketch, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the sketch is just at the wrong side, so let me turn it in the same direction. So basically, when we met the client is Italian guys who live in Koh Samui in Thailand, and he wanted to develop a particular project. Something he say, I want to do something crazy. I want to do something that what people don't have. I don't want to have some things vertical. It's kind of guys who do not want anything vertical. And so we listen, and from us, in our studio, we are more contemporary, minimalist design styles, and we are not guys to do something crazy for the pleasure to do something crazy. So we try to understand what he means by crazy, specials, and whatever, and we have a long site analysis, and you can see from maybe these pictures, maybe this one. The project, the site, it's surrounded by some very big rocks, round and black in granite. And so we say what we should do, we have to go in the opposite of what the nature gave us, because we did not want to imitate the nature, we did not want to compete with the strong and the beautiful of the nature. So we say we want to arrive to something very sharp, angulous, and white. And what we explain to our clients is to say, okay, we will try to develop a project where the walls are no more a wall and where the ceiling are no more a ceiling, but it looks like a rock that you will cut by face, like in a career, and you will cut different face of the block, and they have to be like white to give a huge contrast, like a contrast with the round black granite rock we have on site. And we discuss, we listen and everything, and we just come out with this sketch that has been generated in a breakfast right after the meeting with the client on the island. And when he see this sketch and my words that I just explained to you, he say, okay, he shake the hand, he sign the contract, and we develop the project. And that's where it starts, where it's come from. And from this sketch, you can see that when you see the pictures, the master planning, somehow we are not so far.
Yeah, this is what the initial thing. Yeah, the initial design, and here comes that one of the questions that say that what was the idea of the design that you are explaining right now, right?
Yes. So after that, the point is you have to turn an idea, a concept, into reality, into a brief, into everything. So the site is very complex because it's a huge slope, and you have one access from. Do you see my mouse when I am speaking? Okay. Yeah. You have one access from the bottom, and you have one access from the top. So the idea was to say, because it's like a resort, hotel, Airbnb, and everything. So it means you need to have a way to bring the guest up or down and everything. So the entrance for the guest to drop off is on the top, while you have the parking at the bottom. So it means if you arrive with a driver, you drop off on the top, and the driver after can make a U-turn, go down, and park downstairs. And after, the guest can enjoy from the top to the bottom when they want to go out or whatever. So the program, on the top, you have a spa with a view. Then you have all housekeeping, back of the house, guard beside there. After, you have outdoor circulations all around the project, and you have some units at our dispatch on site, and each time you have 2 bedrooms. So 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and after you have master bedrooms there, and all living area, swimming pool, decks, and everything over there. It was quite complicated to arrange the layouts. So everything has been done with steel framing. Our intention at the beginning, it was to build the project in concrete. We wanted to cast the shell of the project in concrete, but for budget reasons, for access point of view, for different things, we decided to go to steel structure and to cover the shape of the project with a smart board, concrete cement board engineering panels to a metal structure, links with a skim coat and with a kind of elastic jointure to allow the movement expansions from the sun outside to cool inside. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the main things, and it's lead us to this project. So when you see the pictures here, it's quite new. So not yet. You see here, it's not yet finished painting, and after it has been painted, and it creates some things a bit incredible compared to what we usually see in the everyday project. After our scope of work, our mission was only the architecture. So we have not been involved on the interior design. So we did not control the interior design of this project. And our mission has been limited to concept design plus with supervision during construction. The engineering, the details, the final drawing has been done with a local Thai architect and local engineer. And from our side, we supervise and we have followed up the constructions. What we care a lot, it's the view we can generate to the project and the circulation we can create. So it was all a game of a framing, like what you see on these pictures.
Yeah, this picture is awesome. Yeah, this one. How it's framing, you know.
Yeah.
Framing the ocean, yeah.
So I don't know what else I can explain. Maybe you have some specific question.
Yes. If you can tell more about the interior space, as you know.
I can speak about the layout, but as I said, we have not been involved in the interior design itself. So what I can explain, it's the intention of the client was to have some things very easy to maintain and very minimalistic. So he goes to tile, platform beds and everything. I would prefer, when you see on these pictures, to have polished concrete or terrazzo instead of tiling. But I was not there to decide. And what we try to do when we arrange the layout is to play with what we have on site. Example, when you see these rocks, we have to play with that because you cannot move the rocks. It's too complicated. So we turn that into a feature for a bathroom where the nature penetrates inside your project.
Yeah, this is important to know when I see this picture because we don't know what happened there. So you're telling now what's really going on there.
Yeah. Because I mean, you have to deal with the rocks. You know, to move the rocks, it's very complicated. Or you have to go with dynamite. So without talking about the cost, it's too much damage to go with dynamite to move a rock. So we say, okay, let's play with the rock. And that's what we did with trees, with rock, with everything. We tried to just arrive and locate. So when you see the master plan there, it's not exactly the same as the master plan we designed. Because the survey we have from the engineer was not exactly accurate, and we could not have an exact position of trees, rocks, and everything. So we simulate a master plan, and after, on site, we try to adjust the positions of the project according to the real size of the rocks, the real size of the lands, and the real position of the trees. So the project manager with French guys from the company called 9 PM Project Management based in Koh Samui in Thailand has done a very important part of the job because he was there every day on site and he ensured that the initial drawings of the architect and the real condition of the site and the skills of the local contractor can fit together. So I would say without the input of the project manager, we could not achieve a result of this project.
Yeah, as I see, this is very complicated project. So I think you have many difficulties And one
Yeah.
of these questions is, this project take that time you have planned or take a little bit more?
Sorry, say again.
I know this is a very complicated project. So is this project take that time you planned, you schedule, or it take
Uh,
a more
so
little bit?
yeah, I think this project and all the project we are doing, it's always over the time we plan. And I think it's happened for all architects. You think you will spend 10 hours on something, and in fact you will spend 40 on it. First, it takes time. First, we have to accept and understand that our client will change mind because we need to explain them. Yeah, it's time consuming. So yes, it take me 5 times more than what was expected, for sure.
Yeah, like in this image, I see one of the question was the parking lot for the cars. I
Yeah,
see that there's a car, right? So
yeah.
I think there's the space for the cars.
You have one parking over there and one parking over there.
Yeah.
You have two parking lots,
Okay, two parking lots. Okay.
one up, one down.
And one of the last question, which of this part was the most difficult for you and your partner?
So for us, the most difficult, it was to not be able to control the entire design with the detail. As I say, we have a limited scope, and we wanted to arrive to the finishing and a detailed design to build this project in concrete and to cast concrete on site. And the most difficult it was to adapt the budget and the local skills and to turn the project into a metal structure plus panel connected on it. So I think that was the most tricky part, but it has been solved thanks to the understanding of the client and the quality of the project manager.
Okay, so perfect. I don't know if you have something more to say.
I don't know
Okay.
what to say on this project.
Uh,
It has been a few years ago already. So I will say to the architect and to the client, you have to be cautious and on pictures and on dream, and we have to stick on some things a little bit close to the reality and always thinking of maintenance. This project is difficult to maintain because it's quite specific. So it's when you go into some things out of the shape, a bit crazy like that, you have to ensure that you have the budget for that, and you have to ensure that you are fully aware of the complexity of the maintenance of this kind of project.
awesome. So thanks for sharing this information. So now we want to see you to
Yeah, wait a bit.
to farewell. Yeah.
Hello. Hello. I have to come back to my chat windows, and I have to stop my screen sharing.
Yeah.
Is it okay? You see me or not?
No, I cannot see. Okay. Well, right now, yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm there.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing this project for these people. Internet is so amazing that we have find you. We have find your projects. It's so
We are glad,
interesting.
and it has been long for us to connect together and to be able to set up this meeting today.
Yeah, for sure. And one of thing I want to do is if you can share one of some advice for young architects, that are starting to design to work on this. That is some kind of difficult.
What can I say? It's I don't know. It's hard for me to give advice. Things I would say my favorite architect is Renzo Piano, and and when I watch a project of Renzo Piano, I cannot identify a style. It's me when I see a building, I don't know it's come from him or not him. I just see that wow, this project is very interesting because it's fit with the program, the site, and everything. It's not the same when you see a project from Gehry or from Zaha Hadid. You recognize immediately the signature of the style and of the architect. And me, what impressed me, it's project of Renzo Piano. It's mean you don't identify clearly a style. And for me, I don't know him, but I guess that his projects come from his creations, come from the condition of the site, come from the budget, come from the brief of the clients. And we should not forget that as architects, we are dedicated to serve our clients. So it's not mean that we have to do whatever they ask, because we are there to guide them and to save the environment and to stop some crazy development projects. So we should work with conscience, but we have to do that with huge humility and not design in a way like, okay, if I design this, what will the other architect will think about my design, but more about what will be my architecture there. I will say, when you design, you don't care what the other architect thinks, because you are not doing that for them. You are doing that for your client and for the world, and that's it.
Okay, so thank you for sharing this time, and maybe we see you on another interview talking about other project. Because
Pleasure.
I see your page, you have many interesting projects, and I guess you continue growing with your studio.
We try.
Yeah, you can try. And okay, so thank you, and have a good day.
Yeah, you too have a good night. Take care. Bye bye.